Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Chris. Welcome back to another video, and today we'll be breaking down UFC London. There's 14 cards. I'm going to preface that I'm probably going to skip about 6 of the fights because they're very favorited, very favor heavy, so I'm just going to give you my predictions for those fights. This one's actually even. Luan Carolina versus Melissa Mullins. Loween Carolina, she's a good striker. She is really bad at wrestling. She gets taken down quite a bit. I think she's been taken down in the last 7 of her fights. Melissa Mullins is a very tough, durable, terrible striker. She gets the fight to the ground and then she doesn't really finish. She's more of a control over damage. She does have some power on her feet, but I don't think she will be able to get Luan down. I think Luan, her kicking game is much better. She's much faster on the feet. She's much higher volume. She throws like 7 strikes a minute. I just think Luan will be able to glide to a decision here. I mean, her level of competition is much better than Melissa Mullins. Melissa Mullins is coming off of a loss to, what's her name? I'm not pronouncing that. But she lost to Michelle Montague, who just wrestle fucked her for 15 minutes. And she was landing shots. She almost knocked out Michelle. So she does have power for women's MMA. I think Melissa's very durable, so I don't think there's going to be a finish in this fight. She's on a 3-fight win streak. Decent competition. She is favorited. She's younger somehow. I thought she was much older. No real size advantage. I think it's going to be a 29-28 decision for Luana. I think she'll just be able to keep Melissa at range, pick her apart with her striking, her kickboxing, her Muay Thai. She does have really nasty clinch game and a really nasty elbow clinch. Elbow strikes in the clinch or in close proximity. So I think she will be able to hurt Melissa Mullins. And Luana has really good body knees. And Melissa is susceptible to body strikes because she has been knocked out due to body strikes before. So I think Luana decision. Like this one, she's a minus 350 favorite. Chanel Dyer, very good striker, incredible kicker, incredible boxer, very high volume, very durable, questionable wrestling. I think she wins this by decision. Oliveira, she is very powerful for the women's division, but she doesn't have the output. She just waits and tries to hit you with the one-shot knockout, and I don't think she will be able to hit Dyer with that, even though Dyer is very open on the feet. I think Oliveira could resort to wrestling, but I don't think there's such a discrepancy in wrestling that Oliveira can really out-wrestle Dyer, so I think Dyer wins this by decision. A lot of decision heavy in this card. Hold on, I'm pulling up my notes. Shamrock versus Abdul Karim Al Sawadi. Sawadi is incredibly inactive. I believe he's had 4 canceled fights over the last 3 years. Yeah, 3 canceled fights. Look at the fucking names he was put up against. So it's not even sure he'll make it to this fight night. He has a win over George Hardwick, which isn't that impressive. He has power and he does have some submission, but not really. All of his losses have been by KO in the first round. I don't think Shamrock is going to be able to knock him out, though. Shamrock is an incredibly good grappler. Very, very good submissions. Really clean back take. Good time takedowns. Great scrambles. He is okay on the feet. He has pretty good kicks on the feet. Good teeps. They're very fast. He controls range very well. He doesn't let people get in close to him. He has a variety of takedowns. He can trip, he can throw, he can just double leg you. He's strong, and he does have good defensive wrestling, and he does hunt for the finish. I wouldn't put this Aliev fight against him. Aliev's very talented, very good, and he went to a decision. I mean, he got dominated, but it was Aliev. I think the inactivity of Kareem or Abdul Kareem is gonna play a big factor in this. He likes to whip really hard kicks at his opponents. Spam heavy kicks. He's constantly on his bike. He moves a lot, circles the cage a lot. He's built like a Ninja Turtle. He has power, good cardio. He goes to decision quite a bit. He's pretty strong, but he doesn't respond well when opponents pressure him. He is constantly on his back foot. He doesn't respond well to being hit, and I think Shamrock will be able to get Salwati down to the ground at ease. And he is the underdog going into this fight. I don't think the striking difference is so massive that Shamrock is going to be outclassed. I do think Salwati is better on the feet because of his boxing. Shamrock has pretty terrible boxing. But I think the kicking game of Shamrock will be able to keep Salwati decently occupied on the feet and allow Shamrock to get down, get Salwati takedowns, be able to control him on the ground, look for the submission. And I'm going to go Shamrock submission round 2. Like this. There's no reason to break. Like, what is he? Minus. I'm just going to skip over these next two. I'm going to give you a really quick breakdown. Louis Sutherland, good kickboxer, massive for the heavyweight division. Terrible wrestler, pretty good cardio. He has the ability to throw really fast kicks. He's pretty dynamic for a big man. He does have good combinations. He's a very powerful striker. A good clinch game, and he has good cardio for heavyweight. He can be hesitant at times. He doesn't really defend takedowns well. He's very open on the feet, and he's definitely not on steroids anymore because he does look a bit fat. Brando's talented. Brando's very talented. He's very fast, very strong, very powerful, decent leg kicks, very good body and head kicks, very active clinch game, good striking defense, very high volume, mixes it up, and he's very aggressive. I think Brendan finds the KO finish in round 1 or 2. This fight, I'm not even going to have to think. Tricoli is such a fucking can. Tricoli, what can I say good about him? He has good grappling, decent grappling. He has decent control on the ground. Mantaz, he's a really good kickboxer, very powerful, very aggressive, great pocket fighting, really good clinch game, and he does have wrestling, he does have good takedowns, good control, great boxing combinations, former kickboxer, very aggressive, hunts for the finish. And he's just untested on the feet. He's untested, his chin is untested and his cardio in MMA, but I don't think Tricoli's the one to find that one out, so I think Manta's KO, round 1. Another, one I don't want to talk about, Mario Pinto is very talented. He's incredibly good on the feet, he's massively improving his wrestling game. He has decent takedowns, really good control. He does have some submissions on the ground, very violent ground and pound. Massive dude. He's like 6'6", while Felipe's 6 foot, 6'1" or 6 foot. He was originally a light heavyweight and he was undersized for that division. Mario Pinto is just massive and he's going to be able to control this fight no matter what. Felipe Franco lost to fucking Freddy Vidal on the Contender Series. He's going to be massively undersized, 6-inch disadvantage, massive reach disadvantage. Felipe thrives on wrestling, takedowns, control, and submissions, and he does have good ground and pound, and he's only gone out of the first round one time, and that was when he lost via submission to Vidal in the Contender Series. Mario Pinto will be able to control this fight no matter where it goes. I think Mario Pinto will get Franco out of the first round and knock him out in the second, because he has terrible cardio. So I think Felipe Franco gets knocked out in the second round. How many fights are there left? Okay. Keita versus Wood. Who's the favorite? Keita. Keita's very talented. He was meant to fight Pitbull a while ago, but he missed weight by quite a bit and was released. And now he's getting a second opportunity. So I don't think he's going to fumble this bag. Nathaniel Wood. Very talented, very underrated. But he didn't beat Jose Delgado. Jose Delgado definitely won that decision. I don't know how they gave it to Nathaniel Wood. Fucked up Morgan Charrier, which is a good win. Daniel Pinade, I don't know who that is. Naimov is a bad loss. And he beat Philly. Philly's a good loss. He's very competitive with every person he fights. But he isn't powerful. He doesn't... okay, I'm going to go into his positives first. He's very well-rounded. He has good wrestling. He has good takedowns. He can control on the ground. He does have a submission game, but he doesn't really utilize it too often. He's good in the clinch. He has really good wins, as I just read off. He has great recovery. When he gets hurt, which he often does get hurt, he's able to take down his opponents or survive the bad encounter. He's high volume, throws about 5 significant strikes per minute. Good cardio, really good jab, good trip takedowns. He's really defensively sound on the feet. He grits down and survives. He mixes in wrestling during his combos. Very technical boxing, and he's very well-rounded. But Nathaniel Wood cannot finish a fly. He fumbles every finish. He knocks down his opponents, and he just can't get him out of there. He's gonna be shorter by 5 inches in this fight, I believe. No, okay, I copy and pasted the review, or the notes on him. So he was 5 inches shorter than Delgado. There's not gonna be a size advantage, but there's definitely a youth advantage for Keita, a hungriness advantage for Keita. Wood does not have a good chin. He does get cracked and wobbled in 90% of his fights. He gets overly technical and he won't brawl at all. He's faced a ton of injuries in his career, and he struggles against power hitters. While Keita's very good. I had him winning against Pitbull. He's a rare combination of speed, power, and athleticism. He's perfect at all of it. He's very strong. He's a former Octagon champion in 2 weight classes, as you can see. He's one of the best non-UFC talents. Very good takedown defense. Very powerful. He has insane knockout power. He trains with Gamrot and Ludovic Klein. He can finish in the late rounds. He can finish in the early rounds. He's very experienced for his age. He has 17 professional fights. Very aggressive. He pushes a massive, relentless pace. He doesn't give up on himself. Really good clinch knees. Great scrambles. Really good reaction time. He finishes a lot of his fights early now. He's matured. His fighting is definitely matured. He has a solid chin, great pocket fighting, and he has dealt with adversity in his fights. He's been knocked down, he's been dominated in the wrestling, and he's recovered from all that, and he's finished his opponents. He throws so hard sometimes that he loses balance, and he falls to the ground. That's never a good look for the judges, and Wood could probably capitalize that with the wrestling. He struggles finding his shot on tricky technical strikers, so that could be an issue. He doesn't have any subs. Once he gets taken down, he doesn't really have much to offer in his guard. Obviously, he doesn't have the best competition because he's never been in the UFC. His only glaring flaw is his wrestling, his defensive wrestling, but even that isn't that too big of an issue for him. I just think Keita will be able to dominate Wood with his speed and power. I don't think Wood will be able to handle getting hit clean by Keita, and I don't think he's faster than Keita. So I think Keita will just push him up against the fence, throw high volume at him, hurt him. Wood will scramble. Keita will find the better end of that scramble, keep him on the feet, and just destroy him. I think this is a round 2 KO from Keita. I think Keita is hungry. He needs to prove himself. And I think he will against Wood. I think Woods is he's not the greatest at protecting his chin. He gets cracked. And I think if he gets cracked by Keita, Keita will find the finish. So I think Keita gets a TKO against Wood. I think Keita's volume and pressure will overwhelm Nathaniel Wood in the second round, and then Keita will just give a flurry of strikes and knock out Wood. So I'm going to go Lucien Keita by KO. I don't know why this fight is incredibly... I have no idea why this fight is even close. Mason Jones is coming off of a win against Jeremy Stephens. Yes, he's old, but he's still Jeremy Stephens. And below Gioki. He's coming off of a fucking win against Reese McKee in a competitive fight. Axel Solsa. Yeah, again, I don't know why this fight is even, like... I would have Mason Jones as like a plus or minus 300. Sola, he's durable. He has a pretty good chin. He's very composed. Well-rounded. Really good southpaw jab. Really clean clinch strikes, especially his elbows and knees. Good cage control. He's able to wrestle against the cage really well. Once he gets his opponents down, his control is very good. Very technical on the feet. He's a pretty powerful striker. He's a good finisher. Good wrestling. Again, good smothering ability. He has good footwork. Good kicks. Good movement. Overall, he has good head movement, good footwork. Good dirty boxing. And he just has an overall good wrestling base, and his striking is improved. But on the feet, he's very hittable on the feet. He tires easily when an opponent wrestles him while striking, like mixing it up pretty much. He gets really tired. He was getting tired against McKee. His head movement, I didn't mean to say head movement, I say footwork earlier. His head movement is like non-existent. His head's on the center line. Straight punches connect a lot on him. Questionable cardio, not much of a sub threat. He has a wide base, and his legs are way too open to be leg kicked. And he backs up very easily. He doesn't like pressure. He doesn't respond well to being pressured. He kind of crumbles once he's being pressured. He gets hit a lot, and he covers up a lot against the fence. He gets pressured, he covers up, and the opponents just tee off on him. While Mason Jones is one of the most exciting fighters you'll see, one of the grittiest, one of the most powerful, he's coming off of a really good win against Oki, a really good fight. And I just think Mason Jones will dominate this fight from anywhere this fight goes. He's very gritty. He will not give up on himself. He has a really good chin. Great recovery. Even if Sola does hurt Jones, he's not going to get out of there. Really fast kicks. Has power. He does kind of overwhelm opponents more than one-shot knockout them, though. He's very high volume. Very good cardio. The pace this dude pushes is insane. Sola will get tired. Very dynamic striker, beautiful boxing, mixes in wrestling very well. Close range, he's very dangerous. His pocket fighting is great. Body shots don't really phase him. He can go 3 really hard rounds. Insane pressure. He hammers leg kicks. Really good wrestling. Good judo. He's very experienced. He's much more experienced than Sola. He does have a submission game. And he has really good front teeps. He does show visible damage a lot, though. He takes a shot to land a shot, but in this case, I don't think either one. I don't think Sola has overwhelming power. And he isn't the fastest on the feet. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. I think Mason Jones is going to have his way in this fight. I think he's going to walk down Sola. Sola's going to hit him with his best shot, and Jones is going to keep coming. And I think Jones overwhelms Sola, mixes in the wrestling, lands ground and pound, really hurts Sola. I think Sola's good enough to survive a decision here, though. So I think Mason Jones is just going to out-volume Sola on the feet, and I think he will mix in the wrestling. I think Sola will gas in the later rounds, and I think Mason Jones cruises to a 30-27 decision. Crazy. Bet on this, dude. I don't know why this fight is that close. I'm actually going to break down this fight first, because I don't have much to say. Roman Dolidze pretty shit. He's pretty shit. I don't know why people are picking him. I mean, he has a very dangerous jiu-jitsu game. He's very strong. Incredibly durable. Like, this motherfucker took so many punches from Vettori, from Hernandez. And again, his only path to victory is on the ground. And he doesn't have good wrestling. He's very hittable on the feet, terrible striking defense, very slow on the feet. And he's not a good wrestler, so he can't get the fight to the ground. So I think CLD is just going to destroy him on the feet for 3 rounds. And even if it gets down to the ground, CLD is a good wrestler, good jiu-jitsu. CLD is just very good everywhere this fight's going to go. I think CLD just cruises to a decision. So that's all I have to say about that fight. Iwan Bartanovsky versus Austin Lane. This is another one. Austin Lane is 37. Iwan is coming off of a fight of the fucking year contender against Aslong. I think Iwan just knocks out Austin Lane in the first round. I don't think that's like any. There's a reason he's a minus 410. Okay, on to the Curtis Campbell fight. Curtis Campbell is incredibly talented. There's nowhere where this dude is gonna be dominated. I thought going into this fight, I was gonna pick Danny Silva, purely because I watched Danny Silva versus Angel Pacheco and the Kevin Vallejos fight, and he looked good. Like, he didn't look bad. He has really smooth boxing, very durable on the feet, really good clinch elbows, great boxing, really clean combos, incredibly high pace. This motherfucker pushes such a pressure style. 7 significant strikes per minute. Really good takedowns. He shoots at least 2 takedowns a fight. Really good takedown defense at 81%. He rolls with punches really well. He doesn't ever get hit really clean. Good head movement. Great striking defense. 61%. Really good leg kicks that take his opponent off off balance. Walks forwards constantly, and again, great elbows. He has good head movement too, but Danny Silva does have some flaws. He gives up his back quite a bit. His striking fades, or his defense fades when pressured. And in the pocket, he completely gives up any type of defense, and he gets hit clean quite a bit. He does get into a bunch of brawls, and he does gas out in the later rounds. And he's not very accurate with his takedowns, only a 31% accuracy. Moving on to Curtis Campbell. Curtis Campbell is the real deal. He will be in the top 10 by the end of this year. 3-time champion in different promotions. Incredibly good grappling, incredibly high fight IQ on the ground. His jiu-jitsu is unlike anything. He flows so nicely on the ground. Great submission, great ground and pound. His control is fantastic too. His takedowns are beautiful. He has such unique takedowns. He can trip his opponents. He's pretty strong for what he looks like. He can slam his opponents. Good double leg. He's also very talented on the feet. His range management is really good. He has a really good teep kick. He creates separation really well. I wanted to say this. On the ground, you often see people getting held like in position. They can't get off clean ground and pound. Campbell doesn't really find that issue. He creates separation while on mount, and he just lands violent elbows on from top. And he latches up submissions very fast. He's an incredible finisher. He has finishes from leg kicks, from body shots, from just one shot knockouts, and submissions. He actively hunts for the finish no matter what. He gets his opponents down, and he's very composed. He deals with pressure very well. Great back take. He has good cardio too. He's gone 5 rounds. He doesn't. The only thing that he doesn't really have is like one shot knockout power, and he's not very athletic. But any other thing you can say about this dude is that he's dominant. He's dominant and he's very talented, and I think he cruises to a decision here. I think Danny Silva is very durable, so I don't think Campbell's gonna knock him out. And I think he's defensively sound enough on the ground to where Silva will struggle, or Campbell will struggle to finish him. But I think Campbell wins this either by round 2-3 submission or dominant 30-27, maybe even 30-26 decision. Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. Now, I don't know why on DraftKings he's not even a minus 200 favorite, which is shocking. Patterson, I mean, this is just a massive step down for Venom Page. Not that Sam Patterson isn't talented. Sam Patterson is very good. But MVP is just on a different level. Sam Patterson, very well-rounded. Pretty good boxing. He's very tall. He's 6'4", 78-inch reach. Good takedown defense. He takes the back really quickly of his opponents. Great takedowns. Really good submission game. And he has good wrestling. Unconventional footwork, too. He has a solid chin, good kicks. Again, very dangerous jiu-jitsu. Very high pressure walking forward style. He throws at least 5 significant strikes per minute. High fight IQ. Very accurate with his boxing. Really good finisher in the first round. Most of his finishes are by chokes. He does well dragging his opponents down from the cage. And he's just very talented everywhere. He's very well-rounded. But he's untested against very high-level competition. His best win is his most recent against Danny Barlow. Durability concerns. He's got knocked out violently by Yanel Ashmuth. Bad weight cuts because of his size. He doesn't really grit down. Bad takedown defense. He has no head movement. His head's very much on the center line. Vulnerable in the pocket. He has terrible boxing in the pocket. Very tall stance. So leg kicks are going to be a problem for him. He backs up quite a bit. He doesn't always walk forwards with the most pressure. He kind of waddles in. Susceptible to early round KOs. Most of his losses have been round 1 KOs. And he builds into a fight, but he starts very slow. While I don't have to break down Venom Page, we all know what Venom Page is good at. He's striking, he's blitzing, he's impossible to hit. But I think Sam Patterson, his only way to win is wrestling, because Venom Page has always shown that his kryptonite is wrestling. But he was getting wrestled by Ian Gary and Jared Cannonier, which is just completely different levels to Sam Patterson. I think Michael Venom Page stays on the outside, darts in, lands his strikes. Very boring decision win for Michael Venom Page. This is a fight I don't really have to break down. Luke Riley's gonna destroy Michael Aswell. Aswell's not very talented. He's very durable, but he's not talented. Aswell's durable. He has decent straight punches, pretty good boxing, great cardio, high volume, and he has power in his hands, and he doesn't give up, but his striking entries are way too open. He loses to anyone that is UFC level. He lost to Bogdan Grad, he lost to Yadir Deval, he lost to Oki. He's very hittable on the feet, terrible striking defense. His chin is super high when he walks in. I just don't see how he beats Luke Riley. Luke Riley has really snappy kicks, great footwork, very fast, bouncy movement, has a lot of power in his hands. His wrestling isn't the greatest. He does get taken down. He struggles with chain wrestlers, but he controls the fight from the middle of the cage. He's very high volume, very high pressure, very durable. He hunts for the finish. He throws everything with power. His kicks are going to be a big problem for Aswell, and I see Luke Riley hurting Aswell, and he could get him out of there, but I don't think Riley's going to be the one that knocks him out, because if he could survive shots from Oki, I think he can survive shots from Riley. So I think Riley, decision win. A lot of decisions on the card. Someone's O has to go. I think Movsar Evloev wins this fight. We've seen Lerone Murphy struggle against chain wrestlers. He was getting taken down by Emmett, by Ige, and I just don't think he will be able to deal with Evloev. I think everything that Evloev can give in this fight, Murphy has no answers for. I think Movsar is going to be able to control him on the ground, keep him on the ground for large portions of this fight. And on the feet, I think Lerone doesn't have the power to knock out Evloev, so I don't think Evloev's going to be too worried about him on the feet. I would give the edge to Murphy. He's a very technical boxer, very good kicks, very good footwork, high volume, pretty good cardio. Both of these guys have really good cardio. But I just think the wrestling acumen of Movsar is going to be too much for Murphy to overcome. Movsar has really good striking defense too, so I don't think he's going to get hit clean too many times. He has a pretty good jab, Movsar. He has really good shot selection on the feet and his striking. He disrupts the opponent's rhythm with his jab. He manages range very well. He's very high volume pressure style. He transitions very well from striking to wrestling, which we've seen Lerone struggle with the Ige fight. He's very fast. He level changes very fast. Phenomenal control. He has great scrambles, and he always finds a way to positive and end up in the positive position in the scrambles. Never panics. He transitions very well. He's very versatile. He has high level wins against Aljo, Arnold Allen, Diego Lopez. He doesn't have any finishing potential though, so he's not going to hunt for subs. He's not going to knock out Lerone. Evloev's vulnerable to counters, to an active guard. He has been hurt to the body before, and he's very inactive, while Lerone is pretty active. Lerone has fast hands. He has a decent get-up game. Smart striking. He's very defensively sound. He survives getting hurt. He has great boxing. He's defensively sound on the ground. He doesn't give up easy subs. He deals with people that can dart in very fast well. He has a good clinch. And he utilizes really well anti-wrestling footwork. But he can be held down, and he doesn't have any finishing upside. I think Evloev holds him down for 5 rounds. So I think Evloev is going to be the next title holder, or the next title challenger, after Gene Silva, of course. So, if you guys disagree with my opinions, comment your opinions. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.